Welcome to Spot Podcast, the voice of scientists, where groundbreaking research meets your ears. We bring you the world's top-cited research articles in an engaging podcast format, making cutting-edge science accessible anytime, anywhere. Stay informed, stay inspired. This is the Spot Podcast, the voice of scientists.
To another deep dive. Today we're diving headfirst into the world of smart cities.
Oh, yeah, it's a fascinating topic.
But we're going way beyond just the flashy gadgets.
Yeah,
we really want to understand what makes a city truly smart at its core.
Exactly, yeah.
We're drawing our insights from a book called Smart Cities Transformation, Navigating Challenges, Building the Future.
Oh, great book.
So, get ready because we'll cover what smart cities actually are, how they function, the benefits, the challenges, and we'll even peek into future trends.
It's exciting stuff.
It is.
This book really offers a comprehensive perspective.
It does.
And by the way, it was written by a team of experts, including folks like Professor Dr. Said Mohammad Reza Ghadiri, Associate Professor Dr. Anhong Ki, and a bunch of other really smart people.
Oh, wow. Okay, a whole team. So first things first, what is a smart city? I feel like I hear that term everywhere, but it seems like everyone has their own definition.
Yeah, I think you're right.
What do you think?
It's definitely one of those terms that has, evolved a lot since it first popped up, back in the 90s.
Oh, the 90s, really?
Yeah, back then it was very much about, just using tech to solve problems,
Okay.
slap some gadgets on a city and boom, smart city.
Uh-huh.
But thankfully, I think we've moved past that.
That's good, because my phone is already smart enough. I don't need, my fridge trying to outsmart me, too.
Yeah, the concept has definitely matured.
Okay.
Today, a smart city is much more holistic.
Okay, what do you mean?
Well, it's still about using technology, but in a more strategic way.
Okay, so it's not just random tech, it's...
Yeah, it's got to be purposeful. It's about achieving broader goals like sustainability, citizen engagement, and finding solutions that benefit, everyone.
Okay, so it's not just about having self-driving buses, but it's also about making the city, I don't know, healthier, wealthier, wiser, maybe?
Exactly. It's about using tech to make the city function better as a whole.
Okay, so then what are, the core ingredients of a smart city in this holistic sense?
Well, the book, breaks it down into several core components.
Okay.
One of the most important is definitely sustainability and environment.
Okay, that makes sense.
Smart cities, they prioritize minimizing their environmental impact.
So we're talking about cities that are trying to, reduce their carbon footprint and be more eco-friendly.
Absolutely, yeah. Think about renewable energy sources, solar, wind, geothermal, all that good stuff.
Okay, yeah, making the city greener. I like it.
And it's not just about energy either.
Oh, okay, so what else?
It's about efficient waste management systems like recycling and waste-to-energy plants.
Okay, I see.
Promoting green spaces within the city.
Okay, so more parks and trees and stuff?
Exactly, yeah, more nature in the city. And they're designing buildings to be more energy efficient.
Oh, okay, so that's cool. So it's really like a multi-pronged approach to creating a greener, more sustainable city, right?
Absolutely. It's a big part of the smart city vision.
Okay, cool. So what else is essential for a smart city?
Another key ingredient is connectivity and digital infrastructure.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
This is like the backbone of a smart city, right? It's what allows it to actually function effectively.
Okay, I see. So what kind of things fall under that umbrella?
We're talking about things like having widespread high-speed internet access.
Okay, yeah.
The Internet of Things.
Right.
Which is, all those devices that can communicate with each other.
I see.
And then robust data centers to manage all the information flowing through the city.
Right, so it's like giving the city a super fast nervous system.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's building a city with the brain.
Okay.
A great example of this in action is Barcelona's smart parking system.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that.
So they have sensors that detect open parking spaces.
Okay.
And then relay that information to drivers in real time.
Oh, that's convenient.
Right, so it saves drivers time and frustration.
Makes sense.
But it also reduces traffic congestion and emissions.
Oh, right, because people aren't, circling the block over and over again.
Exactly, yeah.
That's smart. It's like the city is, anticipating your needs before you even know you have them.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Okay, so we've got sustainability, connectivity. What's next on the list of, smart city must-haves?
Well, all this technology is great, but it's important to remember that cities are ultimately about people.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Right? So a citizen-centric approach is really crucial.
Okay.
A truly smart city, it doesn't just impose technology on its residents, it empowers them.
Oh, I like that. So it's about using technology to improve people's lives.
Yeah.
Not just, turning this city into some kind of, high-tech experiment.
Right. It has to be people-focused.
Yeah, okay, cool. So how do smart cities actually empower their citizens then?
Oh, there are so many ways.
Okay, give me some examples.
Think about things like, digital platforms for citizen feedback,
Okay, I see.
open data portals where people can access city information,
Right.
and online services that make it easier for people to, interact with the city government
Okay,
and, access essential services.
that's great. So it's like giving citizens a voice
Yes, exactly.
and making the city more responsive to their needs.
Exactly. A great example of this is New York City's Link NYC project.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those.
Right. They've installed these high-tech kiosks all over the city,
Yeah.
and they offer free Wi-Fi, charging stations, even access to city services.
Oh, wow, okay. That's really cool.
Right. So it's a great way to bridge the digital divide.
Yeah.
And make sure everyone can benefit from technology.
I like it. So we've got sustainability, connectivity, and citizen empowerment. What's the final piece of this smart city puzzle?
Well, the last key ingredient the book talks about is something called innovation systems.
Innovation systems. Okay, what does that mean?
Basically, it means creating an environment that fosters creativity and encourages research and development
Okay.
and supports entrepreneurship.
So it's not just about implementing existing technologies, it's about creating new ones.
Exactly, yes. Smart cities, they should be hubs for innovation.
I see.
They should be attracting bright minds,
Okay.
encouraging collaboration between universities and businesses,
Right.
creating policies that support startups and entrepreneurs.
So it's like creating a fertile ecosystem where new ideas can blossom and grow.
That's a great analogy.
Thank you.
Yeah, and a good example of a city that's really excelling in this area is Bangalore, India.
Oh, Bangalore.
Their IT park has become a global hub for technology and innovation.
Okay.
They attract top talent and companies from all over the world.
Oh, wow, that's cool. So it's like a city-scale incubator for new ideas and technology.
Yeah, exactly.
It sounds like building a smart city is a pretty complex undertaking. A lot of moving parts.
It definitely is. And of course, like any ambitious project, there are challenges to consider.
Okay, like what?
Well, for instance, all this data collection, it raises some serious questions about privacy and security.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. That's something we definitely need to talk about.
For sure. It's a crucial issue.
Okay, so let's dive into that. What are some of the specific concerns around data privacy and security in smart cities?
Well, I mean, when you have a city that's constantly collecting data about its residents,
Yeah.
it's crucial to make sure that data is being handled responsibly and ethically.
Yeah, of course.
Right? People want to feel safe and secure, not like they're constantly being monitored.
Yeah, nobody wants to feel like they're living in some kind of Orwellian surveillance state.
Exactly. It's a balancing act.
Okay, I see.
We need data to make these smart city systems work effectively.
Right,
But we also need to protect people's privacy
for sure.
and prevent that data from being misused.
Okay, so how do we strike that balance? What are some of the things that cities can do to protect people's privacy while still using data effectively?
Well, first and foremost, you need strong data encryption.
Okay, so that's like scrambling the data so that it's unreadable to anyone who doesn't have the key.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
You also need clear regulations about how data can be used.
Oh, yeah, so there are rules in place about who can access the data and what they can use it for.
Exactly, yeah. And you need to give people control over their own information.
Right, so people should have the right to know what data is being collected about them and how it's being used.
Absolutely, yes. Transparency and control are essential.
I agree. So it's about being open and honest with people about how their data is being used and giving them a say in the process.
Exactly. And, it's not just about protecting people from, Big Brother either.
Oh, okay. What else is there?
We also need to be mindful of cybersecurity threats.
Oh, yeah, of course. Hackers and all that.
Right. A smart city is basically a massive network of interconnected devices, right?
Yeah, makes sense.
So that makes it a prime target for hackers who could disrupt critical infrastructure or steal sensitive information.
Oh, wow. I hadn't really thought about that.
Yeah, it's a big concern. Smart cities need to invest in robust cybersecurity measures to protect their systems.
Okay, so what kind of measures are we talking about?
Well, things like intrusion detection systems, regular security audits,
Okay.
and educating people about how to protect themselves online.
Right, so it's not just about the technology itself, it's also about educating people about how to use it safely and responsibly.
Absolutely. Cybersecurity is everyone's responsibility.
So smart cities need to be smart about security too.
Uh-huh. Exactly. It's all connected.
Okay, so we talked about data privacy and cybersecurity. What other challenges do you see as cities become smarter?
Well, one challenge that I think often gets overlooked is the potential to worsen existing inequalities.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
We call this the digital divide.
The digital divide, right. So that's the gap between people who have access to technology and those who don't.
Exactly. And imagine a city with amazing digital healthcare services, but only people with high-speed internet and the latest devices can access them.
Yeah, that wouldn't be very equitable.
Right. That's the digital divide in action.
Okay.
And it can create even bigger disparities in areas like healthcare, education, and economic opportunity.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So a smart city needs to be inclusive and make sure everyone can benefit from technology.
Absolutely. It's about bridging that digital divide.
Okay, and how do we do that?
Well, it means ensuring everyone has access to affordable internet,
Okay,
providing digital literacy training.
right, so people know how to use the technology effectively.
Exactly. And designing smart city initiatives that are accessible to people of all ages, abilities, and income levels.
So it's about making sure that the technology serves everyone, not just a select few.
Exactly. Inclusivity is key.
Okay, so we've got privacy, security, inclusivity. What other hurdles do smart cities face?
Well, let's not forget about the cost.
Oh yeah, of course, all this technology can't be cheap.
Right. Smart city projects can require significant financial investment.
Okay, so give me some examples.
You need to install sensors, build data centers, upgrade infrastructure.
Yeah, I could see how that would add up quickly.
It all adds up quickly.
So how do cities pay for all of this?
That's a big question. There are a variety of funding models out there,
Okay.
from public-private partnerships to government grants, even venture capital investments.
Oh wow, so it's a mix of different sources.
Yeah, but it's still a major challenge for many cities, especially those that are already struggling with budget constraints.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's like you want to build a smarter future, but you need the money to buy the brains?
Haha, exactly. But despite these challenges, the potential of smart cities is simply too great to ignore.
Yeah, I agree. It's an exciting field.
In fact, the future of smart cities is looking incredibly exciting,
Oh, really? Why is that?
with new trends emerging all the time.
Okay, I'm all ears. Tell me about the exciting stuff. What's on the horizon for smart cities?
Well, one area that's really taking off is artificial intelligence and machine learning.
Oh yeah, AI. Everyone's talking about AI these days.
Right. And for good reason. Imagine a city that doesn't just collect data, but actually learns from it,
Oh, okay, interesting.
becomes more efficient and responsive over time.
So it's like the city is constantly getting smarter and learning how to solve problems on its own.
Precisely.
Okay, I like it. What else?
AI could be used to, for example, optimize traffic flow,
Oh, yeah, that would be helpful.
predict and prevent crime, personalize city services, even manage energy consumption more efficiently.
Wow, the possibilities are pretty mind-blowing.
Right? The possibilities are really endless.
Okay, cool. What other cool technologies are shaping the future of smart cities?
Another exciting area is blockchain technology.
Blockchain, okay, I've mostly heard about that in relation to like cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, that's what it's most famous for, but it has so much potential beyond that.
Oh, okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more. How can blockchain be used in smart cities?
Well, one of the key benefits of blockchain is its ability to create secure and transparent systems.
Okay, I see.
This could be incredibly valuable for things like managing city records,
Okay.
tracking supply chains, ensuring the integrity of voting systems, even facilitating secure transactions between residents and the city government.
Oh, wow. Okay, so it's like using technology to build trust and transparency into the very fabric of the city.
Exactly. That's the idea.
Okay, cool. What other futuristic trends should we be keeping an eye on?
With climate change being such a pressing issue, electric mobility and smart charging are huge areas of focus.
So electric vehicles and ways to charge them more efficiently.
Exactly. Imagine a city where electric vehicles are seamlessly integrated into the energy grid,
Okay.
charging intelligently to balance demand and even feeding power back into the system during peak hours.
Oh, wow. That's like turning cars into mini power plants.
It's a really exciting area of development, and that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Okay, there's more.
Oh yeah, there are so many other innovations emerging.
Like what?
From smart sensors that can monitor air quality and noise pollution,
Okay.
to drones that can deliver packages and even assist with emergency response.
Wow, that's amazing. It sounds like the future of cities is going to be incredibly high-tech.
It definitely seems that way. But with all this talk about technology and innovation, I'm curious,
About what?
what about the human element?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question.
How do we make sure that these high-tech cities are also, good places to live?
Right, places where people actually want to be.
Places where people feel connected to their communities and have a sense of belonging.
Exactly. That's a crucial question. And that's something we'll definitely explore in more detail later on.
Yeah, let's dig into that because ultimately, the success of a smart city depends on how well it serves its residents.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not just about the technology itself.
Right.
It's about how that technology is used to improve people's lives and create a better future for everyone.
Exactly. So let's take a closer look at some specific examples of how different cities around the world are putting these ideas into practice.
Sounds good to me.
All right, let's start our virtual tour of smart cities. Where are we headed first?
Well, let's kick things off in North America, where cities like New York and Toronto are leading the way in innovative smart city initiatives.
Okay, New York and Toronto, two of the most vibrant and dynamic cities in North America. What are they doing that's so innovative?
Well, New York, as you probably know, is famous for its Link NYC project.
Oh yeah, those kiosks with the free Wi-Fi and everything.
That's the one. It's a great example of using technology to bridge the digital divide and provide essential services to residents.
Yeah, I can see that.
They're also doing a lot of work in the area of data analytics,
Okay.
using real-time data to improve traffic flow, optimize waste management, even track the spread of diseases.
Wow, so they're really using data to make the city smarter and more efficient.
Exactly. They're leveraging the power of information to improve city operations.
Okay, cool. What about Toronto? What's happening up north?
Well, Toronto is really pushing the boundaries of sustainable urban development
Okay, how so?
with their Quayside project.
Quayside, yeah, I've heard a little bit about that.
It's a waterfront community that's being built from the ground up with a focus on sustainability, innovation, and citizen engagement.
A community built from scratch. That's ambitious.
It is, and they're incorporating all sorts of cutting-edge technologies.
Oh, really? Like what?
From smart sensors that monitor energy consumption to autonomous vehicles that will transport people around the community.
Wow, that's pretty futuristic.
Right, and they're using sustainable building materials and incorporating a lot of green space into the design.
So they're really trying to create a model for the future of sustainable urban living.
Exactly, and they're also placing a big emphasis on citizen engagement.
Okay, what does that look like in practice?
Well, they're involving residents in the planning process.
Oh, that's great.
And using technology to facilitate communication and feedback.
So it's a collaborative process.
Absolutely. They're trying to create a community that's both technologically advanced and deeply human-centered.
I like that. So it's not just about the tech, it's about the people too.
Exactly. It's about finding that balance.
Okay, so we've seen some pretty cool stuff in North America.
Yeah, definitely.
But smart cities aren't just a North American phenomenon,
Oh, absolutely not. It's a global movement.
right? So let's talk across the Atlantic and see what's happening in Europe.
Sounds good to me. Europe has a lot to offer in terms of smart city innovation.
Okay, I'm excited to hear about it. I've always been fascinated by how European cities manage to blend history and modernity so seamlessly. What are some of the things that European cities are doing in the smart city space?
Well, Amsterdam is a great example of a city that's using technology to address its unique challenges.
Amsterdam, okay. What kind of challenges are they facing?
Well, one of their biggest challenges is traffic congestion.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine. It's a pretty dense city.
Exactly, and they're also known for being a very bike-friendly city.
Right, Amsterdam and bikes is like a classic image.
So they're really focusing on smart mobility, trying to reduce traffic congestion, and create a more bike-friendly and pedestrian-friendly city.
Okay, so how are they using technology to achieve that?
Well, they have a sophisticated network of sensors that monitor traffic flow and adjust traffic signals in real time to optimize bike traffic.
Oh, wow, that's pretty cool.
They're also experimenting with smart bike parking systems that use sensors to help cyclists find available spots.
So it's like they're using technology to make cycling even more convenient and enjoyable.
Exactly, and they're seeing some really positive results. Bike ridership is up and traffic congestion is down.
That's great. It sounds like they're finding creative solutions to their transportation challenges.
Yeah, they're definitely a city to watch in terms of smart mobility.
Okay, so Amsterdam is all about bikes.
Pretty much. Well, they're doing a lot of other cool things too, but bikes are definitely a big focus.
What other European cities are doing interesting things in the smart city space?
Oh, there are so many, but one that really stands out is Barcelona.
Barcelona, okay. What are they up to?
Well, they're really pushing the boundaries of urban design and sustainability. They're famous for their superblocks concept.
Superblocks. I've never heard of that. What are those?
Basically, they've closed off entire city blocks to car traffic.
Oh, wow. So it's like a car-free zone.
Exactly, and they've created pedestrian-friendly plazas and green spaces in those areas.
Oh, that sounds lovely. I love the idea of reclaiming city streets for people.
It is really nice. It's like creating little oases of peace and tranquility in the midst of the urban hustle and bustle.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So it's not just about making the city more efficient. It's also about making it more livable and enjoyable.
Absolutely. And it's also about promoting healthy lifestyles.
Oh, yeah, of course. When people can walk and bike more easily, they're naturally going to be more active.
Exactly. And it reduces reliance on cars, which is good for the environment.
Right. So it's a win-win all around.
Exactly. It's a great example of how smart city initiatives can have multiple benefits.
Okay, so Amsterdam is all about bikes. Barcelona is all about reclaiming the streets for people. What other smart city innovations are happening in Europe?
Well, another trend that's gaining traction in Europe is the use of 3D printing in construction.
Oh, 3D printing. That's fascinating. I hadn't thought about that being used in cities.
Yeah, it's still early days, but cities like Amsterdam and Copenhagen are experimenting with 3D printed houses and other structures.
3D printed houses. Wow. That sounds straight out of a science fiction movie. I bet they look super futuristic.
They do, and they're not just about aesthetics.
Okay, what else is there to it?
3D printing allows architects and designers to create complex and customized structures
Okay.
that are tailored to the specific needs of the residents.
Oh, wow. So it's like personalized architecture.
Yeah, you could think of it that way.
That's pretty cool. And I imagine it's also more efficient and sustainable than traditional construction methods, right?
Exactly. 3D printing can be done much faster, with less waste, and using less energy.
Okay, so it's good for the environment, too. It seems like Europe is really at the forefront of some pretty amazing innovations in the smart city space. But what about Asia?
Oh, Asia is a hotbed of smart city development. They're really pushing that envelope in terms of technological sophistication and scale.
Okay, I'm not surprised. Asia has always been known for being at the forefront of technological innovation. What are some of the things that Asian cities are doing that are particularly noteworthy?
Well, cities like Singapore, Songdo in South Korea, and Tokyo are leading the way.
Okay, let's dive into Asia then. Tell me about Singapore. They've always been known to being super efficient and tech-savvy. What are they doing in the smart city realm?
Singapore is really taking the smart city concept to the next level
Okay, how so?
with their Smart Nation initiative.
Smart nation. Okay, what is that exactly?
It's basically a national effort to use technology to improve every aspect of city life.
Oh, wow, that's ambitious. What are some of the specific things they're focusing on?
Well, they're investing heavily in digital infrastructure,
Okay, makes sense.
rolling out high-speed internet access across the island, deploying a vast network of sensors to collect data about everything from traffic patterns to air quality.
Okay, so it's all about data collection and connectivity.
Yeah, they're creating a hyper-connected city.
I see.
And they're also using AI and machine learning to analyze that data and make the city more efficient and responsive to residents' needs.
So it's not just about collecting the data, it's about using it intelligently.
Exactly. And they're not just focused on efficiency either.
Oh, okay, so what else is important to them?
They're also using technology to improve the quality of life for residents.
Okay, how so?
With things like smart home technologies that allow people to control their homes remotely,
Okay, I can see how that would be convenient.
and personalized healthcare services that use data to tailor treatments to individual patients.
Wow, that's pretty cool. So it sounds like Singapore is really creating a glimpse into the future of urban living.
Yeah, they're definitely at the forefront of the smart city movement.
Okay, that's fascinating. What about Songdo in South Korea? I've heard that's a really interesting smart city project as well.
Songdo is really unique because it was literally built from scratch as a smart city.
Oh, wow, a city built from scratch. That's incredible.
It is. It's located on reclaimed land just outside of Seoul,
Okay,
and it's designed to be a model of sustainable urban development.
so they had a blank canvas to work with.
Exactly, and they've really taken advantage of that opportunity to create a city that's both technologically advanced and environmentally friendly.
What are people the cool things they've done?
Well, they've incorporated all sorts of innovative features,
Okay, give me some examples.
from a pneumatic waste disposal system that transports trash underground.
Oh, wow, underground trash transport. That's cool.
Right, it's much more efficient and hygienic than traditional garbage trucks.
Yeah, I can imagine. What else?
To a seawater canal that runs through the city, providing transportation and recreational opportunities.
Oh, wow, a seawater canal. That sounds beautiful.
It is. It's a really unique feature that adds to the city's character.
So they really thought about every aspect of the city's design.
Yeah, they've really tried to create a city that's both functional and beautiful.
Okay, so Singapore and Songdo are clearly pushing the boundaries of smart city development. But what about Tokyo? It's one of the largest and most densely populated cities in the world. How are they approaching the smart city challenge?
Tokyo is definitely facing some unique challenges due to its size and density,
Yeah, I can imagine.
but they're also using technology to create innovative solutions.
Okay, like what?
One area they're focusing on is disaster preparedness.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Japan is prone to earthquakes and other natural disaster.
Exactly. So they're using technology to create early warning systems, develop evacuation plans, and even design buildings that can withstand seismic activity.
Oh, wow, that's really important.
Absolutely. Being prepared for disasters is crucial in a city like Tokyo.
I agree. What other smart city innovations are happening in Tokyo?
Well, they're also doing a lot of work in the area of robotics.
Robotics, okay. Japan is definitely a leader in that field.
Yeah, they're starting to integrate robots into various aspects of city life,
Oh, really? Like what?
from assisting with elder care
Okay, that makes
to
sense.
providing customer service in stores and restaurants.
Wow. Robots as part of the urban fabric. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's a fascinating area to watch.
It is. So we've explored some amazing initiatives in North America and Europe, but I wonder, is this just a developed country thing?
Oh, not at all.
Really?
In fact, a lot of developing countries are looking at smart cities as a way to kind of leapfrog ahead.
Oh, interesting. How so?
Well, they see it as a way to address some of their most pressing challenges.
Okay, like what kind of challenges?
Things like poverty, inequality, environmental degradation, and even just lack of infrastructure.
I see. So they're using technology to kind of jumpstart their development and create a better future.
Exactly. They're seeing smart cities as a way to not just catch up, but to actually create a more equitable and sustainable society.
Okay, that's inspiring. So where are we seeing this happening?
Well, Rwanda's a great example.
Rwanda? I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah, they've experienced tremendous growth and development in recent years.
I've heard that.
And they're investing heavily in technology and building a smart city called Kigali Innovation City.
Kigali Innovation City. That sounds pretty impressive.
It is. Their vision is to create a world-class technology hub
Okay.
that will attract investment, create jobs, and foster innovation.
So they're really aiming high.
They are. They're building state-of-the-art infrastructure, fiber optic network, a data center.
Okay, so they're laying the groundwork.
Exactly. And they're attracting universities and companies from all over the world.
Oh, wow. So they're really positioning themselves as a leader in the global technology landscape.
Absolutely. And you know what's really cool?
What?
They're not just focusing on high-tech industries.
Oh, okay. So what else are they doing?
They're also using technology to improve agriculture, healthcare, and education.
Oh, wow. So it's a holistic approach.
Yeah, they're using drones to deliver medicine to remote areas, for example.
That's amazing.
And they're using mobile apps to connect farmers with markets.
Wow. So they're using technology to address some really fundamental challenges and create a more equitable and prosperous society.
Exactly. And it's not just Rwanda.
Oh, where else are we seeing this happening?
Across Africa, we're seeing a surge in smart city initiatives.
Okay, give me some examples.
From Accra in Ghana to Nairobi in Kenya.
I see.
These cities are using technology to improve transportation, manage resources more efficiently, create a better quality of life for their residents.
This is really inspiring. It shows that the smart city movement is a global phenomenon with the potential to, really transform lives everywhere.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing to see how technology is being used to address some of the world's biggest challenges.
But with all this talk about technology and innovation, I'm wondering, what about the human side of smart cities?
Oh, that's a crucial question.
Right. How do we make sure that these high-tech cities are also good places to live?
Exactly.
Places where people feel connected to their communities and have a sense of belonging.
That's the key, isn't it? Ultimately, the success of a smart city depends on its ability to create a thriving and inclusive urban environment
Okay.
where people feel happy, healthy, and connected.
So it's not just about building smart infrastructure, it's about building smart communities.
Exactly. Let's explore how some smart cities are addressing this challenge by prioritizing the human element and creating cities that are not just efficient, but also livable and lovable.
So we've seen how smart cities all over the globe are tackling these challenges, embracing innovation. But how do we ensure that these cities are places where people actually want to live? Places that are vibrant and engaging, not just efficient and cold and sterile.
Yeah, that's the key, isn't it? It's not enough to just have all this amazing technology. You need to create a city that has a soul, a sense of community, a place where people feel connected and happy.
Right, exactly. So how do smart cities go about fostering that kind of environment?
Well, one crucial aspect is designing public spaces that encourage interaction and a sense of belonging. Think about things like parks, plazas, community gardens, public art installations, spaces where people can gather, socialize, and just enjoy the city.
Yeah, it's about creating those third places outside of work and home where people can connect and build relationships.
Exactly. And technology can actually play a role here, too.
Oh, okay. How so?
Imagine interactive public art installations that respond to people's movements, or digital displays that showcase community events, or even apps that connect people with shared interests in their neighborhood.
Those are some really cool ideas, like using technology to enhance the human experience of the city, not replace it.
Yeah, exactly. It's about finding that synergy between technology and human interaction.
I like that. Okay, so we got vibrant public spaces. What else?
Another important aspect is promoting walkability and bikeability.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Smart cities should prioritize pedestrian and cyclist-friendly infrastructure,
Okay.
like Wide card walks, bike lanes, safe intersections.
Right, so making it easy and enjoyable for people to get around without a car.
Exactly. When you make it easy for people to walk and bike, it naturally creates a more vibrant and engaging street life.
Yeah, because you have more people out and about interacting with each other and with their surroundings.
Exactly. And it also promotes healthy lifestyles and reduces reliance on cars, which is good for the environment.
Right, it's a win-win-win situation. So walkable streets, vibrant public spaces. What other ingredients go into making a smart city a great place to live?
Well, access to culture and entertainment is also crucial.
Yeah, of course. A city without art and music would be pretty dull.
Smart cities should have a thriving arts and culture scene,
Okay.
with theaters, museums, music venues, festivals that cater to a diverse range of tastes.
Right, so something for everyone.
Exactly. And technology can play a role here too,
Oh, yeah? How so?
Think about virtual reality experiences that bring art to life, or augmented reality tours that provide historical context,
Okay, yeah,
or even apps that connect people with local artists and musicians.
I like that. So it's about using technology to make culture more accessible and engaging.
Absolutely. It can open up a whole new world of possibilities for artistic expression and cultural exploration.
And speaking of access and opportunity, what about education?
Oh, absolutely. Education is essential. Smart cities should prioritize high-quality education for all residents, from early childhood through adulthood.
Yeah, education is the foundation of a thriving society. And technology can be a powerful tool for improving access to education and creating more engaging and personalized learning experiences.
Exactly. Think about online learning platforms, virtual reality field trips, interactive simulations that bring learning to life.
Yeah, there's so much potential there. It's exciting to think about how technology could be used to empower people, to connect them, to create opportunities for growth and enrichment.
That's really what it's all about, isn't it? Smart cities should be about more than just efficiency and technological prowess. They should be about creating a better quality of life for all residents, fostering a sense of community, and building a future that's both innovative and human-centered.
Well said. This has been an incredible deep dive. I feel like I've gained a whole new perspective on what it means to be a smart city. It's not just about the technology itself. It's about using that technology to create a city that's truly livable, sustainable, equitable, and inspiring.
I couldn't agree more. As we move forward into this era of rapid urbanization, it's more important than ever to think critically about how we design and build our cities. We need to embrace the potential of technology, but never lose sight of the human element.
Absolutely. So to all our listeners out there, the next time you hear someone talking about smart cities, I hope you'll remember that it's not just about self-driving cars and drones. It's about creating a future where technology serves humanity and helps us build cities that are truly worthy of calling home.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive into the world of smart cities. Thanks for joining us. And until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep imagining the possibilities of a smarter future. Tutin OM.
Stay curious, keep exploring, and join us next time for more groundbreaking research brought straight to your ears. Don't forget to subscribe and share, because science is meant to be heard.